positive. And when there's new spaces, and crypto is new, there's a lot of arbitrage in paid. But there's a couple other ways you could go. You could start a weekly podcast about crypto. And
I 100% disagree with everything you're saying. 100% across the board, everyone at Wellness Oasis, I 100% disagree to what you're teaching those people. 100% everything out of all those people's mouths, including Gary Vee, I 100% disagree with everything you're fucking saying. Meaning you can definitely see a shift in the way he speaks now into the way that he used to speak, because I don't trust anything he fucking says now. And that's what Monavan has brought to the table.
A lot of things, when you go non-paid, Ramon, the biggest thing that you have to wrap your head around is you're running a marathon. So non-paid's incredible. I'm a big non-paid guy.
Monavan, are you paid? Would you do something for free? Is Gary Vee paying you at Wellness Oasis to help people? Why am I not getting paid then?
So 15 years in the making.
And then there comes the excuse of why a rich bitch named Monavan gets paid and why I don't get paid. And that's the reality of what pretty privilege brings. And someone like Gary Vee, who refuses to pay someone who's literally catapulted his career to heights that he didn't even in his own mind imagine. Yet he takes Monavan around the globe. He takes Monavan to paid brand deals. He takes Monavan to a diamond ring event and then posts Getty images associated to it. And look at how it's changed him.
So faster and organic don't match. But content always plays. You're going to have a unique point of view, and you're going to have to understand.
Go ask Monavan her unique point of view. I'm daring all of you to go ask any of these bitches to have a unique point of view about anything, and they will have a blank stare and a blank mind, and they'll have nothing to say. They'll have to Google it or call ChatGTP to tell them how they're supposed to think and feel, and that's not innovative, that's copying. Think about that as a conversational piece for you in a philosophy class. How does that bring insights to the human behavior of the advancement and the evolution of society, of intelligence, of recognizing what villains look like? How that puts you in an unsafe existence because you're being told by a computer how you're supposed to feel based on how and what they say, based on a program called ChatGTP, based on how many times you see it, based on what market is telling you, not what you told the market, based on what they want you to know versus what you want to know.
But I'm in for it. I just wouldn't, especially when you're running a business,
Snowden told you how dangerous this shit was. And then you kicked him out of the country, Obama.
Would absolutely speed up the process on running paid because of the interest graft of crypto.
And they all want to be paid to abuse the shit out of you and to deteriorate your American human side so that ChatGTP and robots and boring ass conversations of listening to them gossip would be more priority than actual science and interest of real interest, not trending interest of pop culture. See, pop culture is now running your asses. Pop culture is shit. It's the getaways. Science is always a foundation, and pop culture is currently running our asses. TRANS. Insecurity. That's what that means.
That was so easy, both in intent.
It was so easy with intent, they said.
And targeting. It's vibrant to run paid in new dynamics because there's a lot more search query going on because people don't understand it. And so I would give that a lot of thought. How are you?
What exactly is there to understand? There's nothing more than factual information is that you were a boy and now you want to be a girl, and then you want to have a 20-hour conversation based on what it means. Well, what does it mean? Where our own Supreme Court Justice, which is grounds for termination, will not answer logical questions because they're trying to fight for insecurity. Because insecurity brings them power. And they're working in that Obama era of a regime.
Hi, Ira. It's weird seeing you.
Blah, blah, blah.
Unsure of what to do. My age 14,
How did I go viral?
What's the real answer?
I'll say that it's my parents and all of that, but I think that's a solution. I think the biggest thing is myself. One, that I'm scared of success or the failure.
Not care about a single person's point of view about me.
You should care what I think about you. You shouldn't care what one particular person cares about you, but you should care about what society views the thing that you're doing. That's called social norms. So, for example, watching Mona Van and what she's doing, you need to care what society thinks about you because what you're doing is unethical, immoral, and illegal. And if she actually had something of value to bring to the table, she doesn't. However, I don't give a shit what none of you think about me because I live in ethics and morals and I live in full-blooded integrity. She doesn't live in integrity. Which means my shit is innovation and evolution, and her shit is deterioration and destruction so that she can win and all of you can suffer and fucking lose. While she shows off her diamond ring and runs to the fucking bank and giddies herself into, look at how inspired I am of myself. My fiance hit, miss, lose.
While equally caring about what you think about me.
Then you take a look on a smaller scale and take a look at the person in front of you of human behavior. And then you analyze who the fuck's standing in front of you. Are they a bad person? Because there is such thing as a bad person. Or is there a good person with bad intentions? And how do you stomp that shit out? Or is there a bad person who is in bad intentions? And how do you stomp that shit out? Or you can look at it as a person standing in front of you and seeing what you need to do in order to awaken them into what life is. And maybe, or maybe not, they'll change, but likely you're not going to change according to Mona Van. I've seen people change from doing the work that I can do. However, Mona Van shuts you all off from having any capability from changing in life. That's for Americans specifically. Honestly, I don't know if any of you are good people. I think you're all bad people.
It's a very interesting contradiction. It's a subtlety, but...
It's like going back and forth from human to... I don't even know what the other thing is. An influencer.
Saying both your parents and yourself, it's you know, when I hear I'm scared to fail but I feel like I can do it, you're just worrying about outside forces.
You are wrong, and if you think in form of money, you're a bad fucking person. I mean, I don't want to deal with anyone over the age of 14. My work is with the underage, under 14s, to grow them into a good generation of human beings. The rest of you handle the rest of this shit. There's no hope for any of you, in my opinion, at this point. And that's all from communism, because you won't shut the fuck up and do what I fucking tell you to fucking do. Because Mona Van is sitting in his face saying, do what I want you to do, all about themselves.
It's no different than the way you, like, I love if my professors of 40, 50, 60 year olds when I was 25